Hello everyone and welcome back to the 34-part tutorial of how to model the island. And this time what we're going to do, we're going to create a laundry clips for this hanger that we created. I just want to fill out some items just to make it look a little bit more, um, you know, convincing. Yeah. So um, I started a new file in order to do this because, it's just fun to start with clear scene. And the reason that I'm showing you it right now, this is only the spring. Now the spring is really the challenging thing. Well, not that challenging, but you want to make sure you do it properly. So I decided to save this file and show you this, and at the same time, the main reason for showing you this in a new scene file is because I have those values here written. You see, these are the values that I used, and because I don't want to stretch this part too much, I decided to make sure I'm copying these, and that way I will make it easier on your, you know, follow, easier for you to follow. So I'm gonna put this aside for now. We're gonna go over create a new scene. We can always start from new scene and later on when we finish to just copy paste that into the main scene. So we're gonna create polygon primitive helix. Okay, the polyhelix you wanna take. I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna set all those values the same. So 832 to 100. So let's say 8 3 point, well, 3.2 to 100 here, and let's get back into this one. 0.200 okay, 0.880. Okay, now it's not the same size, but let's give you somewhat good start off. I mean, like, you see there is a little bit distance in between the springs, so there will be space in between them, and all you want to do from here is basically go on and scale this to about same size, something like that. So you can see what it's covered. It's in the center of the scene. It's like taking half from each cube here, unit. Okay, so you know what, even lower, just about so. Okay, so I'm showing you this so you will know better on how to scale this properly. So from here, if you press 3, you'll sure get those spaces in between them. So you are using smooth preview just to show you this, and right click, choose face. I'm using this smooth preview, not we. Okay, we, as if you followed. I'm gonna grab these and these faces here. Basically I'm choosing this edge as a cut, okay, and I'm gonna delete those because I need the spring to go straight from this point there. So I'm gonna delete those. These are also pieces of that part, and this face here, I'm gonna delete it. By the way, if you hear back noise, some sort of beeping and stuff like that, that's because we have like very much, about like 6 or 7 tractors out there who are flattering the area and doing some changes to I don't know, to this area where I live it at. Anyway, I chose that, and because now you see you need to choose those faces that really going to both make them both point to the same direction. So you see this edges here, this open area is pointing there to the left, and this one pointing to the left. This is what you need to get. I'm gonna press F8, bring it back to object mode. I'm gonna move this side to this side, and what I will do here is I'm gonna double click on that one, and you want to extrude it, and right away switch to move tool. You want to hold on the V key, and let's extrude it towards, well, don't hold the V key, hold on the X key, sorry, and do something like that. I went with 3 here, okay, so 3 units from that middle point. Hold on the V key and X key again, and bring this down like so. Alright? With that, I'm gonna come here, and I want this to stay as it is for now. I'm gonna extrude it once, switch to move tool, bring this outside, and add a little bit rotation like so. Okay, so this is how it looks. It's getting rotation like so, not in any other direction. You're gonna extrude it once more, move it, switch to move tool, bring this a little bit more outside, and a little bit more twist like so. That time we will bring this just a little bit down, and if you want you can add a little bit more twist. Extrude it once more, switch to move tool, move it outside, move it down some, switch to rotation tool, add some twist. This is basically going to repeat itself, so I'm gonna just pull this. I'm trying to make the, this turn smooth, so this is why I'm adding too many edges. But at this point you can already get into 90 degrees, so you just bring this down a little bit, switch to rotation, hold on the J key, and rotate this in 90 degrees. Well, if it doesn't work, the 90 degrees, you can simply go and switch to scale tool and squeeze this like so. But move it into position like that. I don't know, it looks like, yeah. Extrude it once again, switch to move tool, and bring it down. So I'm gonna switch to side view, and the reason is because I don't want to pass with this one too much. It should be something like that, okay? Something about the same, scale of this entire, but slightly less than that. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna choose Edit Mesh, Poke Face. Oops, sorry. I need to double click on this edge and do this. Edit Mesh, Poke. No poke, sorry, fill hole, what the hell. Okay, this one, edit mesh, and now we can poke the face. I'm gonna press F8, right click, choose vertex, grab this vertex, shift right click, chamfer it. The reason for this is just to make my life easier when I want to now add 2 edge loops. I'm adding few edge loops, sorry. Let's press F8, shift right click, insert edge loop. I need to reset the tool, add one here, one there, and now you can just grab this face and poke it again, or you can remove this face and grab only the vertices there and merge them. Anyway, we made this, and what we need to do now is we're gonna right click, choose faces. Don't play with the pivot, okay? Well, I missed something before that. I'm switching here to that view, okay? And I will do this here as well. I will do this from the fore view and top view. I'm gonna grab all those vertices here. I'm gonna switch to this, making sure I'm only getting these without this edge vertices, okay? So I selected it correctly. I'm gonna go back to top view. I'm gonna switch to rotation tool, add a little bit rotation in the same alignment. You see this with the alignment of this one. Do about so. Switch to move tool, pull it over here. I'm gonna grab now this edge, double click on it, switch to rotation tool, and align this edge with those. So right now I see a slight, it's almost perfect, but it isn't. But we don't care about this right now, okay? All we care is that it looks good. You can tweak this even more if you like. I'm gonna right click, choose faces now. So I'm gonna grab only this piece. Again, I didn't tweak the pivot, so everything should work. And you wanna go over, shift right click, duplicate face, press F8 3 times, Control unselect the body. You will remain only with the duplicated faces. Switch to rotation, hold down the J key and rotate this 180 degrees, like so. It should come somewhat to the same point, okay? Now, I'm gonna switch to Move Tool, hold down the D key, click on this vertex here, hold down the V key, and snap middle mouse click, hold here, and snap it to that point, like so. I'm gonna right click, choose vertices. I'm gonna grab, well, sorry. I'm gonna do this that way. Smooth preview this, smooth preview that, grab both of them. Maybe I will need to smooth preview again after combining, or maybe not. I'm gonna grab all these vertices here, like so. See, not those. Make sure you don't select anything else, only those. And let's do the merge. I'm using this merge. Click apply. That's wrong. So let's do less. 001. Click apply. And I don't know why I'm having issues here. Let's see. Alright. 1 second. Let's grab them again. Okay. I'm gonna switch to non-smooth preview mode. Click apply. I maybe increase this to 10. And click apply. Close. Press F8. Bring it back to object mode. Here, you wanna go on and right click, choose edge. You wanna grab and add some edge loops. So insert edge loops. Multiple edge loops. Let's insert 5 here, and 5 there. Now you see what's the problem. They are not aligned, those edges. So what I will do, I will press F8, bring it back to object mode. I just undid whatever I did. I didn't add those edge loops. I'm gonna add only one edge loop, okay? So shift right click, insert edge loop, options, reset the tool, add one edge loop here, switch to rotation, hold down the J key, and add this rotation to be with alignment with this whole pipe here. So maybe the J key won't that help, but hopefully it will. And when it's done, now you can go and add those edges. Let me first examine this again. Well, I will assume that that's fine. I'm gonna press F8, bring it back to object mode, shift right click, insert edge loops, set multiple edge. Let's add 5, add them according, like so. If I press 3 here, I won't have that issue that I had here, because I have this one maintaining it, and that's good. I'm gonna do the same here. Press 1. Now, you see where I'm adding this edge loop, this one edge loop? Here, where the link, the next link here. So you want to add it there, at that point. So not here, but more of like here. So this part is, this edge is here that you see in brown. These are what important. They are aligned with this. So I can scroll, switch to rotation tool, hold on the J key, rotate this. You can even move it a little bit, maybe like so, to tweak it. This will be good. Well, I would suggest not to do this, but if you are not that gentle, but if you can do this, so do it. Just positioning it and making sure that these are aligned. Okay, and then I will add those extra edge loops. 5. Oops. Press F8, bring it back to object mode, and here you go. We have this spring ready, and we can continue with the entire clip. So this is how it should be. You have the center, 3 to go from here, okay, 3 units, and it goes to the point of that third unit to about there, see, and it goes only 1 unit off from each side. So now we can go and grab a polygon cube. I'm gonna do something like that. I'm gonna right click, choose edge, sorry, not for this but for the cube, edge, grab this edge, control right click, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split. And I'm gonna do the same here, control right click, edge ring utility to edge ring and split. Now I'm gonna do here as well, press G. So we have, you see, one edge across each axis. I press F8, and the reason I'm doing this is because I want to grab this little guy here, this vertex here. So if I'm holding D, switch to move tool, hold down the D and snap this to here, I can hold down the V key now and move this to the center of the spring, like so. Right? Now, you want to make this a little bit, just a little bit manually, move it away from that center. And then we can start by building up the clip itself, okay? So I'm gonna right click, choose vertices, grab these, move them here. Let's say that this will be the, I'm gonna press X here, sorry, X, not V. Okay, I'm gonna press F8 to bring it back to object mode, shift right click, insert edge loop. I'm relying on this so you can use the top view, it really will help you. I'm gonna add one, well, press F8, switch, shift right click, move, switch right click, oh my god, right click, insert edge loop, okay, tool. Set the tool, let's do wireframe unshaded so we will see where we at. I'm gonna add one edge here, near to that spring area, okay, and one here, near, and I'm gonna add two more, one from that side and one from that side, okay. Well, you can do this better even, like so. Here we will deal with it soon. Wait for, okay, I'm gonna add one edge loop here that's crossing that way. So top view again, I'm gonna add this edge loop right over here, okay, and yeah, that's good. I'm gonna right click, choose vertices here. I'm gonna take, well, I'm gonna take here the faces, this face, double click on that face, this face, and double click on that face. I'm gonna go here and I will extrude them a little bit, okay, out to here. So extrude, switch to move tool, and I'm gonna extrude them to cover that spring area, like so, okay, just like that. And I'm gonna undo that for a second. I don't want to do the extrusion. I want to unselect all those faces here, okay, like so. So again, let's grab these, double click on this, double click on that. I'm gonna unselect these. It's better to do this also from the top view because you will get into this problem when you unselecting other things. I'm gonna extrude this now. So I only extruded it one time from now. Okay. I'm gonna right click, choose vertices, switch back to top view. This is the best way to do this. I'm gonna grab these vertices here, shift select these vertices here, and shift select these, and I'm gonna move them a little bit out of this area. So this spring will have place to be inserted. I'm gonna tweak this. It deserves a tweak. You can tweak it. Move this like that. Press F8, bring it back to object mode. You can grab this edge ring utilities to edge ring and split. I'm gonna press F8. Here, we're gonna extend this clip. Okay, so let's grab these. Right click, choose face, I'm gonna grab these faces here. Make sure you grab all of them. I don't know, maybe you forgot something. You will know by looking up here how many edges you have. I'm gonna extend this, extrude, move this to about that. That's enough, I think. Something like so. I'm gonna press F8, bring it back to object mode. Right now, I don't want you to modify this area. First, we will finish with what we need to do. I'm gonna go back to top view. So we need to have a sort of a, well, something to hold the cloth, and we need to have another little one. These are for thinner cloth that you can put the clips all the way in on top of the wire. So, and here this area, okay? So first of all, let's go here, shift right click, insert edge loop, and I'm gonna insert one edge loop here, okay? Like that. Relatively the same distance from where this one is, okay? So it's about the same thing. I'm gonna add one more here in the middle and one here in the middle. Okay, something like that. This will help me to grab all those vertices here and move them, follow like so. Okay, you can grab these now and do the same, move them a little bit like so. Yeah, that's good. Now I'm gonna press 3 to have a look at this. This is how it looks right now. It's not maintained with the edge loop support, but we will make sure that it will. We're gonna do the same here, a little area. So we need some structure like that one, like this one. Okay, so 5 edges, 5 edge loops will be exactly in the center of this piece. Okay, something here. Right click, choose edge. Sorry, F8, bring it back to object mode. Shift right click, insert edge loop. I'm gonna add one edge loop here. Yeah, that's good. And I'm gonna create one here, one next to it. Or you can bevel it to make it really precise, but I'm gonna do this that way. And one here, and I'm gonna add one support edge loop here because I need it right now. Okay. I'm gonna grab this vertex here, move it along like this. So you see what I've done? Something like that. You can double click on these maybe, move them along up here. Grab this, double click on this one. It's loop selecting the vertices, by the way. And you can like grab these to maybe help this to look more of a rounded circle. Let's bring those like so. Maybe I will do, yeah, that's good for now. If I will need to tweak it more, I will. So we have this one. Now we need to do a bigger one. So I'm gonna add edge loops here, one edge here, one edge. Well, I'm gonna do it precisely. I'm gonna grab this edge, shift right click, bevel edge. Let's change the friction a little bit to get a little bit closer to each other. Double click on this one, double click on this one, shift right click, bevel edge, and change the friction so it will be something like that, at least for now. I'm gonna bring those two, switch to grab both of them, switch to scale tool, do the same thing as I did with the tinier one, but a little bit more wide. I'm gonna grab this edge, control right click, edge ring utilities to edge ring and split. Well, now I'm doing this manually, but you can take a pipe with eight subdivision axes and simply construct this from it. But basically, it doesn't have to be circle. It shouldn't be circle. It should be some sort of ellipse. So this is why I'm doing this that way. I'm gonna move these like so, and then grab these and move them like so. According to this, I will grab these, 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 and move them the same flow. Okay, that's fine. That's enough. It's not that important. Um, Press 3, and if you satisfy with how it looks, the only way to really know if you satisfy is to add few edge loops that constrain everything. Like, not constrain. I'm not sure the word about the word, but let's say I'm taking all of those vertices. Okay, I'm gonna switch to top view. I'm gonna do this a little bit wider, and I'm gonna move them all up. It's not up, it's basically a little bit more inside here. Okay, I can spread them a little bit more, like so. Press F8, bring it back to object mode. I'm gonna grab this, right click, choose vertices. I'm gonna take these, sorry, all those, squeeze them a little bit and move them upwards. Here, I'm gonna squeeze them even more and bring them upwards, like so. If you want to do this even more, you can grab now all these, squeeze them a little bit and move them up. This is where this starts, okay, this angle. I'm gonna do something here to make sure that it's going to stay maintained there. I'm gonna add one edge loop here. I'm gonna add one edge loop here. I'm gonna do the same for these. One edge loop here, one edge loop here, just to maintain this shape in this area so it won't stretch. And this one I will get back to it. I guess that it has its own, but I'm gonna add one edge loop here and one edge loop here. Then, well, sorry, I'm gonna switch to this. I'm gonna add one edge loop here. I'm gonna add one edge loop here. I'm gonna add one edge loop here and one edge loop there. Okay. Now this one is just goes like that, so I need another one here. Okay, like so. Let's press 3 and see what this is all about, what we came up with. So you see, this is maintained, everything is sharp. We can now get to make things a little bit more accurate. I'm gonna bring those vertices a little bit like so. If it's not really sitting there, I'm gonna change to top view here. I'm gonna grab all these, bring them here. I can see that I can tweak these a little bit farther and bring these a little bit closer. And if I'll press 3, I will see it better. So see, like so, I can bring those. Well, I will bring, if I'm choosing to move them in this axis, so grab all of them. But then just grab these and move them into position. Grab these. The problem is with those, okay? And I don't want to move these too much. I'm not sure that I want to move them, but I want them there. And I want these a little bit closer that way. Maybe these a little bit here. And these a little bit like so. Oh, we have these. So I'm gonna bring those like here, and then grab these and move them here. Let's see how this works out. It's better, but it's not sharp. It's because I moved those. I'm gonna move these guys here. These can be stretched back to here. Okay, so something like that. This one is nice. This one can be sharpened, and this one, if you like, you can get a little bit more, like so. Maybe these and those. I will switch to scale tool, do something like that, and then I'll grab all those here, so we have something like that. Now about those, you can grab these, squeeze them a little bit to narrow it, something like so, or I don't know, if you really want. I guess I will probably want only those to be, oh, maybe those. So let's add a few edge loops here. The only edge loops now that I want to add is here, now, and here. I'm gonna smooth preview it. So these are maintaining this area, and I need maybe two more here and here to maintain these. These are already maintained, nothing more there. So this is pretty much it. Nothing that fancy, you know, just a simple clip. I'm gonna take this clip now. It's in the center, by the way. The pivot is on the center. I can Control D, duplicate this, switch to rotation tool, J to rotate this, and here you go. We have this one. We can move this a little bit to the side, like so. I'm gonna switch to top view because I can't really see what am I doing. Like so, it's good. And if you want, you can grab both of them. Right click on this one, vertices, and then shift right click on this one. No, just right click, choose vertices here. And I'm gonna grab this here, shift select these here. I'm gonna bring them a little bit near each other, that way. And even those, if you like. These, shift select these. Maybe these here, I don't wanna do anything with them, so I'm gonna bring them, I don't know, about so. Just a clip, guys. And here you go, we have this nice laundry clip, or I don't know how they call them, something with pins, cloth pins. There are so many words to use. The only problem here is the width, I guess. You can make it a little bit more of like that, or instead I will grab these. Well, I guess these are should remain where they are, so maybe I can grab the side ones that way. I mean, these at the top. Let's see. Just a little bit here, so it won't touch the spring. At the same time, I will do this for these. Or you can work on one and just copy it again. So these, and you know what? I'm gonna even do a little bit better by grabbing these in the middle here and do something like that. These here, move them a little bit. Switch to perspective view. Let's see. I'm gonna grab these. Simply, I don't wanna make my life harder here, so I'm gonna grab these, move them into place here. Grab these now and move them into place. Okay, that's it, guys. I'm gonna grab this. First of all, I'm gonna save this file, save scene as. I already have name for it, so call it whatever you want. Spring, make it a new file, and then edit, copy file, open scene. I'm gonna open my last scene, 34. It will take time to load this, so let's wait a few seconds. The scene is very heavy, so I did said something about hiding some of the layers. I mean, if you don't need to see, if you finished with the tiles of the roof, you can hide this layer for now. Make a layer for those roof tiles and hide it. It will take less time for Maya to calculate. Though, you see, at my own scene, I didn't do that, so it's taking time. Anyway, just grabbing those tiles, control and select these. I'm gonna add them to a new layer. Okay, I grabbed the entire roof, so that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna hide here this, go over edit past. Our cloth clips should appear on the grid. I'm gonna unselect it and then select it back, go over edit, delete by type history, mesh, combine, modify, center the pivot, switch to move tool. It's very big now, and it's okay. This will help us to bring this to here. Now, remember when I said don't rotate things? So I probably already rotated this one, and this one right now seems like it's rotated. It's not rotated, but I can't really be sure on how I can place this without having troubles here. Let's do like this. Bring this here. Rotate this that way. No, the position is correct. Everything is good. I will bring this down. Now, you see where the pivot is? Remember, we need to make copy every time. One copy that's aligned with the axis. So I will make it, and then I'm gonna hold on the D key, well, D key, V key as well, and I'm gonna put my pivot here, exactly the center of this. Now the reason for this now is I'm gonna grab this and put it on top of here on the wire with V, snap it to the wire center. Even if it's not the center, as long that it's quite there, if you scale it, it will scale accordingly from this as a root. So you can really scale it correctly that way to this wire width. Okay, these are look big, and they should be big, but what can I say? Probably the wires are too thick, and this is something I forgot about to tell you. But anyway, let's say that this suits us. We have those. We can do Control D, duplicate this. I can even change the component, I think. Yeah, and bring some of them, and then Shift D to duplicate some of them. Let's do some variation to this, to here, bunch of them here. And what's nice about that, you can add any color for it, so that's cool. And here, and if you want, you can always add some more to other wires here. Just 90 degrees rotation, and move them along on this wire. Okay, Control D, Control D, put it one. Don't do Shift D. You don't need to. It will only make some more work here. You can even rotate this. So reset the tool, hold on the J key, and rotate this. Control D, move these. If you want them to be like that, you probably will need to separate them. Mesh separate, like so, and move this to a point. Well, let's see. I'm gonna move it here, and I will grab this one, and you can open it up a little bit, like so. The root, the position of your, of your pivot is correct, so you can use it. If it's not correct, adjust it to be there. This is the pivot of the spring right now. So if I'm gonna do mesh separate, let's see, yeah, it works. I don't know, by automatic it's there for me. If it's not the same for you, adjust for each one of them. The center should be the spring. Let's reset this. Oh, I should have brought them, well, from the beginning to there, like so. Okay guys, this is it for this part. Have a good day. Let's save this file, save scene as 35, and I shall see you at the next part. Bye bye.